So gradually the workplace became different. It wasn't as scary as before. I began to see that I was sent here for a purpose. I have a purpose. I was sent here for a purpose. I have a time. I'm in this place, and while I'm there, I need to achieve 1, 2, 3 things. It began to dawn on me that I could now look inwards and ask myself, okay, what did God bring me here for? What was I supposed to achieve? 1, 2, 3, 4 things. Now, my prayer requests began to be more articulate. I began to understand and see, okay, this has been answered. It remains this and this. Oh, I'm on this. What am I saying? I'm saying that to be able to bridge the two was what helped me as a person to become effective in the marketplace or in the workplace. Then came the shift from Ibadan to Abuja. There was that safety of, oh, people I knew, the people I loved, the people that loved me, I grew up here, but then all of a sudden, there we were in a place we didn't know anyone. And then, of course, you know that Abuja is where decisions are made.
Yeah.
And interestingly, after I spent 1 year, I'm sorry I'm telling stories because that is how I can actually show what actually happened in my life. After spending 1 or 2 years, I was doing what I knew how to do best. I would gather the creatives and I would go to marketplaces and conduct campaigns. Just, you know, we put money together. Nobody was paying me any money. I was just doing what I loved doing. And all of a sudden, I was called by the politicians. And I was thrown into a very, very different world. But that little time that I had trained myself while I was here now suddenly became extremely useful. I was suddenly in charge of supervising constituency projects across the country. That was not a dimension I was trained to do, but what am I saying? The same principles I learned now had to be put into practice in a completely different environment at a completely different scale. And constituency projects, not in Abuja now, I was sent from one part of the country to the other, completely different environments, completely different sets of people. And it was the things I learned, sir. Now, learning to bridge the gap between the secular and the spiritual. So there was no, I'll be on for months, weeks in the bush. There was no church. So I had to pray. I had to do everything that I learned to do in the midst of the work. I'm on site. I had to read the Bible on site. I had to pray on site. I have to do what I have to do on site. I had never flown like that before. Every week, every two weeks, I was flying up and down. I'll be praying in the plane because that's the only time. I'll be fasting on the road. What am I saying? It became one in such a way that now, whether I am in church or not in church, those things have had to become part of me. And then out of that, I have had to now become a witness. So the first thing is that I got to know was that integrity was not very common among these circles. And I had to learn to I had to be practicing integrity. It got to a point that my bosses would say, what's wrong with you? You're taking time. I said, okay, I have to give 3 quotations for this. And everybody was like, oh, God.
We cannot realize this.
What is wrong with you? 3 quotations. We have to get this one cleared so we can get another one, you know. But there I was doing things as I knew how to do because that was what I was told. That I decided to slow down the process. Till after some time, when they did even the account, they say, well, this guy, you're doing everything right. Yeah, because that is all I know to do. But what happened was he kept promoting me from one level to the other. What am I saying? The witness was now, the evangelism was happening automatically. I didn't have to say anything. I didn't have to do anything. It was just part of the life. So when it comes to things that are critical, that has to do with decision making, I will not be called because they feel that this one will tell the truth. And he has no other agenda. What am I saying? It became difficult. I didn't have to carry a Bible. They know that this man, this is how he is. And a whole set of people avoid you.
Yes.
True.
And a whole set of other people start
Attracted
migrating towards you.
Yes, that's fantastic.
So I don't want to go beyond that. I just want to say that this is just what I'm saying from my experience.
Ironically, everybody on stage here works for international organizations and have had to, all four of you on stage, without unconsciously, work for international organizations that are secular. So I guess you must have similar experiences. Let's appreciate Mr. Smith. You must have similar experiences. Anybody want to just touch on it quickly? Just touch.
Well, it's not so much of similar experiences as that. While he was talking, I remembered an experience I had when I turned 60, and my friends came from far and wide, and I have friends who almost swear not to enter churches and such things, but because of me, this friend came. It's very, we've been together for a long time. And he said in another gathering that what he likes about Tunde is that he doesn't force his faith on you. And I felt that was, I didn't see that as a testimony. I saw it as I wasn't, I saw it as an indictment. I wasn't doing as much as how can you be a Christian and you are not trying to? Then at my 60th, he now came and he came up in that hall and said, well, when I met today, I was an atheist, but now I am a humanist agnostic. And I said, praise the Lord. At least you are moving. And this is without forcing my faith on him. Also, when I turned 70, one of my proteges, he said, was talking about all the things that, when people mention me, they remember Ifa and all that kind of thing. It's not a very proud thing for a Christian. I was in a meeting yesterday and somebody said, Dr. Adebola, what Ifa would do? Should we put to this? I said, please just concentrate on your meeting. And when he said, one thing I like about Dr. Adebola is that he is an unapologetic Christian. But he has taken on, then he went on and on and on. And this, what it just tells me is that, yes, we have a duty to proclaim the gospel. And clearly, with clarity, definitely, in a way it cannot be ignored. But the more important thing is that we conduct our whole lives as Christians.
Yes.
That we live as Christians, we live in such a way that people will say, there's something about him. Just like, must you take 3 quotes? You should have a character. This thing about character is very, very important. And I'm not just talking about a character. You must have a character that makes people associate you with God. You have a character that makes people say, many years ago, one of my bosses, we were sending him off, and he was talking to us about character. He said, you can never believe how much character saves you. He says, because they will say, the things that they will offer other people, the things that we use to entrap other people, they say, if you don't want this thing to get spoiled, don't bring that one into it. And that is part of what character does to you. And we're not just talking of character that associates you with God, character that makes them say, no, it's uncompromising,